Hi, this is Jen coming to you from the South Country Library. Welcome to Folktale Fridays. This is our last folktale for the summer, but if you've been enjoying them, please make some comments down below so that we know. Maybe we'll do some more during the school year. But you gotta let us know. Today's folktale is a Jewish folktale. I'm basing my retelling on this retelling called Too Much Noise, retold by Anne McGovern, but there are other versions out there like It Could Always Be Worse. So let's begin. Too much noise. There once was an old man who lived alone in an old house. And like many old houses, it made lots of noises. The bed creaked, and the floor squeaked, squeak, squeak, and the wind blew round the house, whoosh, whoosh. The old man thought it was way too noisy, it was driving him crazy. So he went down to the village to speak to the wise man. He told the wise man how his bed creaked, and the floor squeaked, squeak, squeak, and the wind blew round the house, whoosh, whoosh. It's driving me crazy, he told the wise man. The wise man thought for a minute, and then he said, "You must get a cow and bring it into the house." "What?" said the old man. "What good is that going to do?" "Get a cow," said the wise man. So the old man went home and brought a cow into his house. Now the cow said, "Moo, moo," and the bed creaked, and the floor squeaked, squeak, squeak, and the wind blew round the house, whoosh, whoosh. "It's too noisy," cried the old man. So he went back to the wise man and told him that it was still too noisy. The wise man thought for a minute and said, "You need to get a goat and bring it in the house." "What? What good will a goat do?" asked the old man. "Get a goat," said the wise man. So the old man went back home and brought a goat into the house. Now the goat said, "Ma, ma," and the cow said, "Moo, moo," and the bed squeaked, and the floor squeaked, squeak, squeak, and the wind blew round the house, whoosh, whoosh. "It's too noisy," cried the old man. So he went back to the village and told the wise man it was still too noisy. So the wise man thought for a minute and said, "Get a duck, bring a duck into the house." "What?" said the old man. "What good is a duck going to do?" "Get a duck," said the wise man. So the old man went back home and brought a duck into the house. And the duck said, "Quack, quack." And the goat said, "Ma, ma." And the cow said, "Moo, moo." And the bed went, "Ee, ee." And the floor went, squeak, squeak. And the wind blew round the house, whoosh, whoosh. "It's too noisy," cried the old man. So he went back to the village to the wise man and said, "It's still too noisy." So the wise man thought for a minute and said, "You need to get a dog and a cat." "A dog and a cat? What good will that do?" asked the old man. "Get a dog and a cat." So the old man went home and brought a dog and a cat into his house. And the dog went, "Roof, roof," and the cat went, "Meow, meow," and the duck went, "Whack, whack," and the goat went, "Ma, ma," and the cow went, "Moo, moo," and the bed went, "Ee, ee," and the floor went, squeak, squeak, and the wind blew round the house, whoosh, whoosh. "It's too noisy," cried the old man. So he went back to the village and talked to the wise man. "I don't know what's going on. You told me to get a cow. The cow says, 'Moo, moo.' You told me to get a goat. The goat says, 'Ma, ma.' You told me to get a duck. The duck says, 'Quack, quack.' You told me to get a dog and a cat. The dog says, 'Roof, roof.' And the cat says, 'Meow, meow.' It is so noisy." The wise man said, "I want you to go home and let the cow go, let the goat go, let the duck go, and let the dog and the cat go." So the old man went home and let the cow go, and let the goat go, and let the duck go, and let the dog and the cat go. And then he listened, and all he heard was the quiet sound of his bed. Eek, eek. And and the sound of his floor squeaking, squeak, squeak, and the sound of the wind outside the house, whoosh, whoosh. And it seemed so quiet and peaceful. Ah, at last, thought the old man, I have some peace and quiet. That wise man sure knew what he was doing. How did he do it? Do you know how he did it? And that's the story of Too Much Noise. So thank you for joining me today, and take care.